here with Erika Martine, Weather and Climate. We have some big weather stories to go over, and per usual, we always have our good climate news as well. Now, I'm making sure that we are connected across all platforms, and it looks like we are good to go. All right, I like that. I do like that. Okay, so once again, we are tracking some severe storms across portions of the nation. We do have some reports of tornadoes. We're going to go over those as well. But we do have some big stories, including the threat of fire weather. We also have really warm temperatures that will be above normal, about 10 to 20 degrees above normal for some. And of course, we always end on our good climate news. This is going to be an abbreviated version. We'll do about 20 to 30 minutes, and then I will be signing off for my Saturday night. I'm meteorologist Erika Martine, environmental scientist, meteorologist. You know me, lover of our planet. Let's get started with our report here on our radar. I'm going to show you a couple of different things happening. We have that low that's hovering over Canada. Now, this has been an interesting story for today. I actually had somebody text me and ask me, what's going on with the weather up in the Northeast? And I had to just stop for a moment and remind them that they had that influx of warmer air, all that moisture that we were tapping into, and that we're just starting right now. So we're going to get into that story. And I do think it's worth talking about how this is going to pretty much be an amplification, or I'd say, get ready for a roller coaster ride at the upper level of the atmosphere. So our jet stream is going to definitely be an issue for the next couple of days. You can actually kind of get an idea of what's happening here really quickly if you just take a look at what's happening on our radar. You see all of the action. We have flood alerts, storm alerts, and again, as I mentioned at the top here, this is an interesting one. Let me take a look at this one. And the reason I do that is because the reason I do that is because that one to me, I'm sure, is that, no, actually this one's interesting. Oh, that one ended, I think. Okay. All right. I hope I'm sharing the right graphic with you guys. Okay. I think we had code was like who has my 6? Yeah. Okay. When it comes to radar, you can see that we do have some activity. Now, I just wanted to click over, I think it was hovering over the UP somewhere. But now what I'm doing is I'm going back across Oklahoma, Texas. We're headed into Arkansas. We are headed into, can you see here what's happening along Kansas? And the Dakotas are getting active. They're going to be active. They're actually going to be really active tomorrow as well. So central plains, northern plains, you guys are going to start to see some more activity. Right now, it looks like a lot of the juice is happening up and along the I-95 corridor. So we've got the Mid-Atlantic, we have the Northeast, the tri-state area. So this is better that it happens today than tomorrow, as it will be an action-packed New York City. Wow, this NBA series, the finals have turned out to be amazing. How's everybody doing? We do have some folks that have joined. Let's see. Dogs One Dad, hello. Ceci351, Ron H, 1958, hello. We have Jeff Suma and the Roasters. That sounds like a really cool band. I hope it's a really cool band. All right, so we have, again, our radar here indicating that we have alerts that have been issued by the National Weather Service. Now, again, so far what I've seen are 2 reports of tornadoes. Now, what I did was I pulled up tornadoes over the last 48 hours. I want to make sure that they're confirmed by the National Weather Service. So we're going to go through those in detail as well. I just don't want to put anything out there that's just been posted by social media and not confirmed by the NWS themselves. Okay. So let's see what we have. Can you see this really active stretch? Oh man, what is happening to my peeps on the East Coast? You guys are getting drenched. I've had some reports of some heavy downpours, and then it stopped, and it came back, and then it stopped, and some lightning flashes. So I love the reports. Keep them coming in, which is why I jumped on, because I just wanted to make sure I had you guys nice and safe. You are seeing more alerts. Look at this. Look at how active we are, guys. Let's just start breaking these down, okay? I'm going to make sure we have everything we need for you all, especially as some of you are enjoying, going out there, enjoying your Saturday night despite the active weather. We have storm watches. We also have an influx of marine alerts as well. And it looks like a lot of them are for the Jersey Sure. And let's just go through these. Okay. So we have severe weather statement. And generally speaking, when they make those blue statements, those will be kind of just something that's happening on the fly, and they want to differentiate that from when they start to put that beige alert. It's just a special weather statement. This is a severe weather statement. So I want to go over that one first because you'll see how it's placed. I always say flash flood warnings are going to be placed first. That's imminent, right? Imminent danger. But when we get those severe thunderstorm warnings and of course a tornado warning, those will supersede. But in this case, we have the severe weather statement. Severe thunderstorm warning for southeastern Atlantic and south central ocean counties is canceled. The outflow boundary, which prompted the warning, has weakened below severe limits and no longer poses an immediate threat to life or property. Is this Mount Holly? Which location is this? Yeah, Mount Holly. They tend to do that. They'll further. Okay, so they canceled it. Okay, so I think that's a nice update that they've posted. I gotta be honest. I don't know. They do that often, especially in the Mount Holly area. I don't know if it's because, no offense, we've got some mean people in that area. I swear, like because you guys know I used to work in Philly. Whoa, that's a rough. I thought Connecticut was a rough crowd where I'm from. I was like, I thought we were a rough crowd. But then Philly comes around and then they follow you for life, and then you get your dog baby and you keep it moving. Yes, that's where I got Chloe. That's what you guys know. That's where I rescued her. So that's kind of fun, to take a look at what's happening as far as the overall setup there in Philly, trying to keep people safe. Here, let's go back to that very quickly. Okay, so, sorry. Just take a look quickly. There you go. Okay, so now this is the line of storms. Now, as they just mentioned, Mount Holly, being super, super careful, they just felt like there was a need to issue an alert, and then they wanted to retract that alert. But they have the right to do that because something that I said to you last week was what? There's going to be a lot of nowcasting, and that's actually going to be the most important part of this transition into the Enzo neutral and then El Nino, and also into a already meteorological summer, right? Into the astronomical summer, just days away. And then as we kind of get into the thick of summer. So this is going to be something that you're just going to have to work with. And this is why you have meteorologists working for you, doing live streams like me on a Saturday night. That's right. We do it for you because these are the things that will happen on the fly, and you just have to roll with it. There's like nobody to yell at, nobody to blame. These things happen, but I like that they issue these statements. I know Mount Holly gets a lot of heat. It's a tough crowd over there, so I know why they go above and beyond, but they do a great job. And we have our severe thunderstorm watches issued across, you can see here, the tri-state area. You've got Long Island, New York City, your Knicks are there. The good thing is, again, all of this is happening tonight because my concern was an air quality issue as well. Oftentimes this gets the atmosphere moving and grooving, and this is probably what we need for right now, especially with all the people that are going to be outside tomorrow. It's best if we have a better atmosphere going. And in fact, let's just take a quick look. You and I both, or actually there's more than both, but yeah, okay, let's just do it. Okay, hang on one second. Let's go into our precip sea level. Okay, here we go. I was a little ahead, wasn't I? Okay, so do you guys remember this feature we were talking about 2 days ago? Okay, this is an interesting feature. So we talked about all that moisture that was coming in. We saw something right around the fourth. What was it? It was a feature that we need to look at. It was a trough, right? So we saw that, and we saw how this has been impacting us. We had that quasi-stationary boundary that then, as it moved, you saw how it was just blocking off certain types of weather pattern. And you see west of that, there is a really dry pattern settling. And then we have really high temperatures up and along the, it looks more like it looks like it's definitely the Front Range, Intermountain West, Northern Rockies, Central Northern Plains, and heck, it's Southern Plains as well. I mean, what am I going to tell you? I'm not even going to lie to you. I'm not even going to try to find a silver lining. We want to make sure everybody's nice and safe. Let's just go ahead and trace this this line here along, and can you see that this is what we're looking at is that low. This is the weather that we're seeing right now moving across the Northeast and the tri-state area, and there all of that will eventually exit, and this is good here. we want this for our Knicks or for our Spurs at Knicks, right? Because people are going to be outside. We want them to enjoy. I want them to enjoy. I mean, I don't care. They're going to be loud and crazy. That's good for them. Only problem is that I'm just going to look at the temps really fast. All right. So this is something that's really important to me, is making sure their temps are going to be comfortable. Yeah. So it'll be a little bit. Wait, let's go back. I mean, it's going to be a warmer day, and then, but you can see that, oh, at least we're not seeing terribly warm conditions, so that's good news there. But it's going to be warm. Keep that in mind. And now we don't have this one. We'll have an air quality issue. We did have one a couple of days ago, but I wanted to watch that for so many people that we're going to be outside, right? Who are going to be outside. We just want to make sure that they're going to be okay. And it looks like that's the good news. They're going to be okay. All right. So then we're going to quickly go to our wins at 9:25, and that's fine. Okay, really fast. Anything else here through Monday? No. New York Knicks fans are going to be fine. The weather's going to be perfect for trolling and for not letting the Spurs focus, which is, hey, that's been seeming like it's a problem for them, right? Okay. So that's what we have here. Good news. This is just kind of a quick short-term update, because I wanted to take a look at that really fast to make sure that at least for tomorrow, fans are going to have a really great game 3 for the NBA Finals, because they're going to be outside. I want them to enjoy it. And heck, if they do make history and if they do win, then I want them to, like, you know, have some really good memories outside, and it's not all like ruined due to the rain. Okay, so there is that. We're not going to see that right now, at least for Monday. We'll touch back on. I believe the next game will be on Wednesday, right? So although I'm thinking it's Wednesday, I hope it's not Thursday. I'm pretty sure it's Wednesday. All right. So I know it took off Saturday, Sunday, back on Monday. Okay, so we'll take a look at that in a minute as well. So this is a nice setup. This is what we're seeing here. Let's go back to our alerts on the National Weather Service forecast office for New York City. Okay. So we see here we have our severe thunderstorms possible late this afternoon into this evening. And like I said, I had a friend text me and ask me about the severe thunderstorms. And it's good that we, talk about that quickly. See, we have our damaging winds, primary threat, large hail, heavy rain. And I like that they kind of give you your levels and your threat thresholds there. So we talked about this. My friend and I talked about this, I said, hey, definitely going to see something after 6 p.m. They have 5 p.m. They had 5 p.m. and that's through the overnight hours, early morning hours. That would be local time, so Eastern. Okay, most of the areas covered by slight risk, 2 out of 5, with Eastern Long Island and extreme southeastern Connecticut covered by a marginal risk. My people, uncertainty in pre-storm environment and extent of shower thunderstorms during this late afternoon. The timing of convection could have an impact of the severity of storms. So I like that uncertainty in pre-storm, which is what I said, and I think it's fine. I think this is a really great update, and you can see here the hashing. Most of the area is in that yellow zone, but as we see here, we also have people in that marginal risk versus the slight risk, and that's fine too. I think it's a great update. Let's go ahead and make sure that we are refreshed here. It looks like we are, and we just got our special marine warning. There's so many people out there on the water. So please be careful. Heads up, that area. That's where I grew up. I know that area really well. You guys are not fazed by weather. You're not fazed by weather. So I just want you to be really, really careful. Please, if you know anybody who is hanging out on the water today, which is probably everybody, right? So just make sure that everybody's nice and safe. Okay, hazardous weather outlook. Let's just go over it. As you can see here, the sound. Let's take a look at what we have. Hazardous weather outlook for Atlantic coastal waters, southern Connecticut, the most beautiful place. I love it. Northeast New Jersey and southeast New York. Please listen to NOAA weather. That's right. Listen, people. Or Erika Martin weather and climate. Sunday through Friday, hazardous weather is not expected. Okay, so they're just giving you kind of an update ahead of time. So let's see. So this is severe thunderstorm watch 281 in effect until 10 p.m. Well, so they had that in effect until 10 p.m. Those storms will continue a little bit later, but that's fine. It's fine. Like I said, these are Knicks fans. We're fine. Well, I always tell everybody I'm an Indiana Pacers fan, but then in this household, with Hubby, who is a diehard Celtics fan, when Indiana Pacers are on, I'm an Indiana Pacers fan. But then when Celtics are on against anybody else, I gotta go with Celtics second. Okay, but next, you're totally a decent third. Okay, so here we go. We have also a couple other things we have to look at. I think these are important notes that we have to focus on. The air quality alert. I did say that, right? I said that just a couple minutes ago. So that was like another thing that I looked at a couple hours, 36, 48 hours ago, whenever I did my last live. I saw that as being an issue. I had folks telling me like, "Wow, the air is really bad out here." I'm like, yeah, good luck to you out there. Be really, really careful. Just a lot of it had to do with the overall atmosphere and how things weren't budging. But thankfully, these storms are helping out there, so you'll see an improvement there. But we do have these warmer temperatures. Although we do have a cold front that's going to slide on through. That'll be another thing I'll show you in just one moment. Okay, so let's go back and let's just examine the rest. Oh, let's see what else. Another severe thunderstorm. So in New Hampshire, you guys have had some wild weather the past couple of weeks. So we have, let's see. So we are, let's see. This is at a National Weather Service in Portland, Maine, or Gray, Portland, Maine. Okay. So let's take a look at this. This seems to be the bigger story, which is that we have some severe thunderstorm warnings. Do I see anything more than that? Here's the interesting thing. I mentioned to somebody, we do get tornadoes in the Northeast, right? So I said, you might see one. Doesn't have to be anything strong. It can be at 0, it's fine, but don't be surprised. So let's see. We have okay, I see. So far we have severe thunderstorm located, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, quarter-size hail. Oh, yeah, see? Tornadoes can develop quickly for severe thunders. And remember, up there, you got to be careful with trees. There's so many trees. So just be aware of where you are. Brother, okay, let's see here. We also have more severe thunderstorm watches. And then I see, yeah, it looks like a tornado warning. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, let's go over this quickly. Well, we just talked about Arkansas, didn't we? We said, we went back to this really quickly. We said, and we'll filter something out. Let me share this with you. I hope you're all having a great Saturday afternoon, great Saturday evening, great Saturday night. All right, and a great Sunday for those of you who are ahead of East Coast time. Alrighty. Okay, this is what we're watching right now. It looks like that's where we see those severe thunderstorm watches. And then we were talking about, this is our convective product, I'm sorry, through our convective preset. We saw tornado warning at a Little Rock, Arkansas office, okay? So a slow moving storm system will move through the state over the weekend, increasing chances of showers, thunderstorms, and then our tornado warning, which will probably go to SPC for that as well. Southwestern Scott, North Central Polk counties. This storm, which prompted the warning, has weakened below severe limits and no longer appears capable of producing a tornado. Therefore, the warning will be allowed to expire. So that's good news there, right? This is good. But I think it was smart that they allowed it to just live it out, to live out the plan, which was we're going to put this tornado warning into action. And then this one in particular, we're going to let this one just phase out. And so do you see the different approach there? So I want you to see that. Notice how Little Rock, Arkansas is like, we're going to play this one out. It doesn't look like they're going to, this is a nothing burger. Let this one fizzle out. I mean, some people may have had a lot of rain. Some people may have had some hail and damaging winds, right? Okay, so that's fine. We're going to let this phase out. But Mount Holly, they're like, hey, just letting you know, we're going to cancel this because this is not, there's nothing to see here. There's no there. So they canceled it, but they made it known that they're canceling it. Different. So you can see here's a different type of crowd. I like that. I do like that. Mount Holly works hard, guys. You got to ease up on National Weather Service, Mount Holly. There's some good peeps there. You guys are hard on those guys. All right, so let's go back. So here we see, looks like a tornado watch, right? And then we'll go to that in a moment. And then we have some flood alerts as well. Okay. I like to show you on both of these. Okay, well, I'm looking at this really quickly. All right, now come with me as I come back to a different graphic. And as I said, I wanted to go to SPC. We're going back to that graphic, right? Let's slide on over to the SPC. Let me share this instead. How fun is this, right? I love doing this with you guys. Here's your thunderstorm outlook issued 13 minutes ago. Remember, we were seeing that tornado warned area that was issued, that tornado warning issued by the Little Rock, Arkansas office. And you see that these all correlate, right? SPC always doing what they do, which is an awesome job. They're just, kind of rolling along, giving us our updates, and everything kind of just overlaps, and it looks really nice, okay? This is how you know everybody is just a team, and we're all just putting this information together. It's important that you take what you need. Hang on one second. Let's see here. Hey, Velez, you're on my live. No cursing.
Hey, I sent your link.
Oh, let's see. Hang on. All right, guys, this is one of our. Hey! Oh my gosh, there's so many. Okay, thanks, Velez. Okay, thanks to Velez, Dave Velez out of Connecticut, who is giving me updates and has been giving me updates for the past couple of hours. And now I'm looking. I have missed all of you guys. I'm so sorry. Okay, so we left off at Jeff, Suma, and the Roasters, Caleb, Map Maker, Bob. Whoa, I haven't seen you in like a year. Smiley Robbie, my boy. Fabrice Tassani, Tanasi. Hi, Rick Moses. What? Heart Medicine Angie, I missed you. It's hot here in Denver. No kidding. I feel like that's what Rick Moses has to have. He has to have like, it's hot here in Denver. Like, that's gotta be your t-shirt. Heart Medicine Angie, what is up? Too hot here. Yeah, I told you. Remember that? I told you last week. We have Jim Cantori, what's up? Yeah, you're cooking over there in Georgia. Irene Garcia, hello to you. New Matt, what's up? Wow, J Raptor 30 and Rick Moses. Did you start off one sentence? Too hot here in Denver, he says. I like that he continued it. He was like, ellipse, ellipse, ellipse here where I am. It's just too hot. Okay, so this is somebody who is, I love him dearly, but boy, is he delusional. He asked me for snow. He's right up there with Dave Les, just delusional. It's summer in the Northern Hemisphere. Yeah, welcome to reality. So, there's Dave Les. I just said he and Rick are delusional. They want snow, and I'm just like, so you've got to go to Australia. You've got to go to the Southern Hemisphere, dude, for that. So those are my peeps. I'm so happy. They're like, wow, so many people view on. I'm so sorry that I missed you guys. I was just kind of going off on my little journey of weather. Just popping in. Velez, thank you so much. Did you share some photos? You can share them right in here, guys. If you have any images, share them with me. I'd love to go ahead and just put them out there. Remember, this is going to be an abbreviated weather update for you guys, abbreviated live. We got to roll through this. And we did see that we had some severe thunderstorm watches. We did laugh and giggle at the fact that we kind of giggled. That National Weather Service Mount Holly, I feel like they have a tough crowd in that area, right? And they're probably even more heightened. Everything is more just palpable as far as the energy goes because of the Knicks and coming back with, up to. So yeah, I like that they had to issue something saying, hey, by the way, we're just letting you know that that's expired. It's nothing there because people in that area it's a tough crowd. And then if we go over to National Weather Service in Arkansas, we noticed that they were just like letting the tornado warning just fizzle out, but they did update everybody. And so one of the things I said was be nice to everybody, be nice to my meteorologists, my fellow peeps, be nice to National Weather Service. Everything that you're going to see through the summer and you're going to have to deal with it is that live element. Okay. It's over the top. Remember that. Bypassing. I don't even know why you're still focusing on linear media, like all of that. They have like their live streams, right? So they're gonna make sure that they push everything through your over the top medium, right? So that's going to show you that you need to be focused with all the lives with people like me and everybody else, because you're going to see that this is where everything is happening. It's happening in real time. All right. It makes us accountable, and it also allows us to wiggle, pivot if we have to, like do all the little Randy Moss on you. If I had to, I could, right? Because I'm in real time. All right. Hurricane Brunson is going to hit New York City Monday night. Dave Velez, funny you should say, I didn't see that on the NOAA list of names. Or I didn't see Brunson on there. I think that's interesting. Let's look up our names one more time. Hang on. I think I posted it. Did I post it the other day? I did. I posted it on my Instagram. Hold on. This is fun. It's always fun when you guys are on here because it just I don't know how much. Okay, but here we go. We have to make sure we have our. Oh man. Hang on. We had the retired names too. I want to show you that. Okay. So I'm going to share this. I hope you guys can see it. Okay, guys, take a screenshot of this. Let me make sure you can see it well. Yeah, you should be able to see it pretty well. Let me know otherwise, okay? I'll leave it back on one of my comment areas. Okay, this is kind of funny. Okay, so we have Arthur, Bertha. I think Velez just called it Brunson. It's Bertha, I know. Okay, so that's what he should do. Call Noah, and if they win the chip, you'd be like, listen, you got to take Bertha out. We got to use Brunson, right? So could it be Brunson? Let's see. Cristobal, Dali, Edward, Faye, Gonzalo, Hannah, Isaias, or Isaiah, right? Isaiah, Josephine, Kyle, Leah, Marco, Nana, Omar, Paulette, Renee, Sally, Teddy, Vicky, Wilford, and then we go all the way through 2031. And then I wanted to go to, just for fun, let's go back to our list of retired names really fast. Okay. Oh my gosh, that's way too many to go through right now. Here's the link. Here's the link. Love you guys. We're gonna just hop on to like the next weather story. Okay, there's just too much weather happening right now. Okay, so then we're gonna head over west of the plains, and we're gonna see that we've got some big issues as far as fire weather goes. This is huge, 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 because we've been talking about the dry atmosphere, the aridity, and yet we're also talking about how conditions are going to be above normal as far as those daily high goes. We just got a report from Rick Moses, who's like, when's the snow coming? I'm just like, hang tight. So he's not happy. These temps are way too hot. I mean, we already said they're like 10 to 20 degrees above normal, and that's going to be the story for the next couple of days. Just keep in mind that I need you to have your water next to you. Buy extra water so that you have it in case, in the house, just with you if you're like, in the car, if you're at work, just always have water with you. It's really important. Like I told you guys, I started getting this new electrolyte packets that Jay and my cousin got. So, I've been using those. And so those are fine. And then I got another flavor like mango. One was orange. I don't know. The mango flavor was just kind of getting me sick. I kept coughing on my last live stream. And that's a problem. So I'm not going to tell you the brand, but I'm still drinking it. It doesn't matter to me. I'll just cough my way to healthiness. Okay. Now we go back to our radar really fast. Okay. Just so we can share. We're going to share, kind of just switch really quick as we continue to move. All right. So this is your setup. We already went through some of the warnings. And did I talk about the flood alerts? No, I didn't. This is just going to be quickly. Okay. Not that this isn't worthy of more, but I want to kind of get to the stories in real time. We can always go back as well. All of that's fine. But I can't let all of you just hang here for like an hour, okay? So we got to go. What did we say? Flash flood warning, Here we go. So this is your hierarchy. And then that special weather statement, that's severe storm statement that they issued over from Mount Holly, that then preceded the severe thunderstorm warning because it was just saying, hey, this one storm cell in this area doesn't look like it's doing anything. So we're going to go ahead and discontinue this one. But they had other severe thunderstorm warnings issued, okay? So here we have our flood warning now in effect until late Monday morning. I did tell you guys that's going to be a problem weekend. And it had a lot to do with that influx of that southerly patch and then that stationary boundary. What they call it? You can call it quasi-stationary. So it's just fine. It was just kind of a little bit of a stalled out atmosphere. And so that just kept the rain and those storms just coming in, and this is what we're seeing here. We have a big problem, and it looked like it was, let's see here. Where are we? Deep Red Creek. I mean, this is just, let's just go over all of this. Let's just tell you who's in the mix here. It looks like we definitely have Oklahoma. We have parts of Texas, parts of Kansas, parts of Missouri, maybe a little bit of Arkansas. Let me just click in here. I know we have our severe thunderstorm warnings and our tornado warnings, but I just want to make sure. So they have their flood warning as well. And they also have in this region, it looks like they have, this is coming out of Tulsa. So that's why they have the flood watch. Okay. But notice how, as we look at Arkansas, they have their tornado warning, and then see, here's your flash flood warning. Okay. And then that's a severe weather statement, which tells me they're trying to tell us something else. Let's see what they're saying here. Okay. Tornado. Tornado warning remains in effect until 9 p.m. Okay, so we had a storm with low level jet rotation that could produce a tornado anytime. Radar indicator rotation. Flying debris will be dangerous. Okay, so right now it's saying it's a tornado warning. That's it for now. Let us confirm this on one of our other products quickly. You know, this is actually a really great website here. I'm going to drop in the notes for you. Okay, this is one of my favorite websites as well. I'm going to share this with you guys instead. Is everybody well? Let's see, what do we have here? So I'm sharing some links with you guys. Okay. Hey, Simeon, what is up? My gosh, how are you? Get ready for, I have a surprise update for you, and I'll tell you guys on Monday. I'm excited though. It'll be really fun. Okay, so let's see. We have, okay, so far, U.S. tornadoes past 28 hours, and this is Central Time. The Michigan Engineering, Climate and Space Sciences, Climate and Space Sciences and Engineering Program, University of Michigan. I love this website. This is a great website. They do such a fun job, such a great job. They're so active about everything that's happening, and they always give you an update on the tornadoes over the past 40 hours. And the reason I like this is because I always like giving educational facilities, universities, their props. They do so much work, and a lot of it is like, it could be like this hub of innovation, right? So what I found with the Climate and Space Sciences and Engineering program at the University of Michigan is that they just do such a great job, much like College of DuPage, right? They just do such a great job, and I don't think they get their due. So I like to just make sure that I show you some new links that are a little bit different from my standard. You know, I love cod weather anyway, but I love showing you all of these. So here we have 8 miles east-northeast of downtown Gillette in Wyoming. This was a tornado that was reported, but I want to make sure that there was something here that I mentioned to you guys. Okay. So it was a landspout, brief landspout spinning up with photos captured by emergency manager. Okay. So I want you to just understand that this is confirmed by UNR, but this is not confirmed by National Weather Service. At least I don't see that here. Okay. That's not in the details. So we just have to make sure that we're alert as to where these are coming from and who's saying them, etc. Okay. So here we have another one. Storm Chaser report on Spotter Network and on X with a picture and short video, mainly over southwest portion of Wakanda Lake. No damage reported. Okay, this was in Kansas, and this is on Friday at 1:44 p.m. So we'll of course keep an eye on that, and we love staying in the know when it comes to weather and climate. So you heard it here. We're gonna have to keep you in the loop in real time. All right, I know you guys are seeing some purples and some blues. What is happening? All right, so let's continue through the, let's go Colorado. We had an update from Rick Moses, who's just like, can't take it. We're not even in astronomical summer. He can't take it. We're 6 days in. He's like, too hot. It's all right. We're going to have to make sure that he stays safe through this summer 2026, all right? He stays hydrated, and he makes sure that he understands that heat indices are going to blossom and prosper this summer, okay? Especially as we start to tap into that moisture. So right now we're seeing arid conditions, but keep in mind, we have a feature that we looked at later next week, and that's going to be something we have to look at. Because we're looking at something right around Alabama, something else coming into the Gulf. Let's just look. Okay, look at it in a minute. All right, so here we are. We have this entire, Intermountain West, Desert Southwest, Great Basin, you name it, it's here. Let's go. Wyoming. We also have Nebraska. We have, so here we have that Intermountain, Northern Rockies, but I'm not going to exclude anybody here, because as this really starts to ramp up and we see this ridge continuing to develop, I don't like the chances for anybody to not have some type of fire weather in this area. So we're going to just be really mindful and watching how the winds behave over the next, I'd say, 48 hours just to be safe, okay? Right. Looks like we have something up here. Let's see. Critical fire weather. We know that. Red flag warning. Okay. Fire weather watch, wind advisory, red flag warning. Okay, good. Good to know. Let's go back to our National Weather Service alerts. Another feature I want to show you guys right now is hang tight. Thank you for being patient with me. Here we go. Let's go through this quickly, okay? These are just surface analysis. That's it. Let's go to this one really fast. Yeah, here we are. Look how dry it remains over the next couple days, okay? And even when we see the potential for something to give us some type of moisture across the west, there's nothing there. Now, this other feature that we were talking about I keep saying last, it's Saturday, so my brain's like half of it's in next week, half of it's in last week. Okay, so you can see here, this is another feature we're going to be looking at. So nobody tell me I didn't tell you guys that we're already seeing the threat of some type of severe weather happening in a couple days from now, okay? 228 hours out. Wait, when's the next game after that? We have Knicks fans on here. Is it Thursday? I hope it's Wednesday. And even Wednesday, you're cutting it close. But that's like, I hope it's Wednesday. Does anybody know? We know we have, hey, what's up? Belez, B-Pen, Dr. Ron Les, hello. So yeah, we're going to keep an eye out on when the Knicks play again after Monday. Is it Wednesday? I mean, I guess I could look it up, right? I need to know because we saw that little feature coming in, okay? We need to make sure that the Knicks fans have the runway, the atmospheric runway to do what they do. That's going to be so wild. Oh my God. I don't even know. Am I laughing or am I scared for them, for the Spurs? I have no idea. I'm just kind of like, wow, be careful, guys. Oh, my hair is like wild right now, right? Okay. So yeah, that's that story. I thought like just looking at what they've done so far, I saw the Citibank bike. They were like holding up the Citibank bike and the guy's like riding the bike. I couldn't believe it. Just like the fans are the best. Okay. And so, let's go up to Montana. Let's go up to North Dakota. And we do have a severe thunderstorm warning. We have severe thunderstorm watches as well. Okay. Golf ball size hail. And wow, 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Yeah, so bring everybody indoors, stay indoors, okay? Anyone outdoors should move to shelter inside a well-built structure and stay away from windows, okay? Guys, please be aware. Okay. And we have more wind concerns as well. And I do want to focus on this. This is a really important one. We have more air quality issues. And I think air quality alerts can sometimes go overlooked in this entire setup. And not from the National Weather Service, but I mean, when we're discussing it, especially on a national level or like a global level, it's important to make sure that we are mentioning air quality alerts because those get really bad when it comes to that health and wellness of everybody. So that kind of moves more into the environmental climate space that I do, but I think it's always worth mentioning it. So we have impacts, and I've always said the sensitive groups, such as people with lung disease. Look, anybody, if you're outside for too long, it's way too hot, the air quality is poor, you're going to feel it. Okay, so just be aware, and we have that, really um, dry conditions, those conditions along with the warm up is going to be a problem with that air quality. Okay, it's not going to be good for you. So anybody at all, if you work out outside, make sure you do it super early. Maybe just helps alleviate a little bit of the air when you are running. But I think that it helps to just, I think, try to keep it for the most part indoors when you see these air quality issues. Listen, I advise it. I'm always really attentive to where and when I'm seeing these air quality alerts. I don't mess around when it comes to things like that. A couple of things I don't play around in. You guys know this when it comes to flood warnings, flash flood warnings, especially. I don't mess around, and I don't mess around when it comes to things like air quality. Those are kind of those variables that I feel like can be unappreciated until you're impacted, and then you're like, wow, I don't feel well. You're like, well, no, you're kidding. You have an air quality issue. Okay, so let's go back to we had pretty much all that covered, right? We had our National Weather Service alerts. We'll go over our summaries quickly, I believe. We have a few stories. Yeah, this is a good one. I'm just going to read this to you. You know what? I'll read this to you over here as we look at it. Okay. Let's look at our setup here, okay? Let's share this. So, let's see. Multiple rounds of heavy rain and thunderstorms expected for the central U.S. through Monday. Severe weather for Dakotas on Sunday. Hot weather across the plains and fire weather concerns continue for the West. Amplified upper level flow pattern in place for the continental U.S. with upper trough situated across the Pacific Northwest and Northern Rockies. Just get ready for a more amplified stretch of weather, especially along, especially in the Midwest. But that's no surprise. We've been talking about this for the past couple of days. Just keep that in mind, and we're going to keep on tracking for you. We do have the threat of some more severe storms through Sunday into Monday, and we have a lot of rainfall potential, especially along the Ohio Valley and the Central Plains on Sunday into Monday. Slight risk of excessive rainfall issued as well, as we've been seeing, which is why we have those alerts that have been issued, including flash flood warnings and flood warnings in general. And then we are tracking, slow moving storms with heavy downpours across, as we said, Central Plains and the Ohio Valley. And then we have some rainfall for the for Washington and Oregon with the onshore flow increasing on Monday ahead of the cold front. So there's your next story. You can start to see that really pick up, as we mentioned, across the Pacific Northwest. In terms of temperature, quite warm from the eastern foothills of the Rockies, Dakotas, into the upper Midwest, with highs running 10 to 20 degrees above average. In many cases, it remains hot across the Central Plains going into Monday, but relief arrives across Dakotas with the cold front passing. And then, of course, we have these warmer conditions for folks across the Intermountain West. And we're starting to see a little bit of a break, at least a little bit of improvement across the Northeast, because it was hot there as well. All right, let's see who else is on. Guys, we just had a pretty active IG live, YouTube live stream podcast, just all over across many platforms. But right now I'm looking at my Instagram live. Okay, so now we have our day. So we're looking at the day one convective outlook enhanced, and then as we saw, we have the thunderstorm outlook as well. Let's get to the next story, which was, hang on. Okay. The above normal temps went to fire weather threat, and then our good climate news. Okay, so guys, we're gonna wrap up quickly, but not before we don't give you this information here. Did I say we don't give you this before we give you this information here? This is an interesting story, and I want to share this with you because you guys know my mom is from Puerto Rico, and shout out Santa Isabel. And one of the best treats we have is tamarindo or tamarind. And it's funny because when you're a kid, you get something called piraguas, and it's like there are these little ices, like shaved ice, and they put all these flavors on it. And, growing up, my mom and my aunts, they always wanted tamarind, and I would try to eat it. And tamarind is interesting. It's sweet and bitter. It's got like this little kick. So, but then when I was a kid, I'd always get coconut. and pineapple, the flavors for piragua. And if you guys are ever in New York City, you'll find it, or like Bridgeport or Waterbury, or even like in Philly. Follow the Puerto Ricans, you'll know. Well, you'll have something called piragua. It's like a shaved ice, and then they put different like tropical flavors. Okay, so tamarind. And I thought this was a fun story because shout out to tamarind, an underutilized but overperforming product straight out of Mother Nature's back pocket. The first ever global winners of the Earth Prize are from India, and they're using tamarind. What began as a school project inspired by water challenges in rural India, boy, do they have water issues. Whoa, that's so alarming when it comes to what India has to work with as far as that beautiful resource we call water, okay? Has earned 3 Indian teenagers, woohoo, international recognition. Just last week, 16-year-olds Vivan Chachwadia, Ariana Agarwal, Aviana Mehta were crowned global winners of the Earth Prize, the world's largest environmental competition for teenagers. Their solution, plastic, cool name, uses discarded tamarind seeds to remove microplastics from drinking water. Wow, transforming everyday waste product into a tool for cleaner water. Let's click on that website. Okay, we're on the earthprize.org. Isn't that the royal family? Isn't that like Prince William? Is that? Oh, no, that's Earthshot. Okay, sorry. A powder made from waste tamarind seeds that clumps microplastics for easy removal from water with a handheld magnet. Woohoo! This is awesome. Microplastics, they are a nightmare. And these teens took that seriously, and they took on the challenge.
Well, it probably does. And if you think that's a problem, so do we.
Redeem Plastic, and we bring a simple, safe and scalable powder designed to help remove microplastics from the water that millions in rural regions consume every day.
We build plastic because not everyone has access to expensive infrastructure, fancy filters or electricity to purify their water.
But you can help change that.
Solutions don't always come from high-tech systems. They can come from local innovation that direct communities like ours. We have already helped 8,000 people across rural India to access cleaner drinking. If we've received the grant, our next step is to scale.
Building decentralized microproduction hubs so plastic can be made locally and deployed without new infrastructure.
India has some of the world's water resources, and sharing that globally is our responsibility. With your vote, you can help us reach thousands across India and beyond. More schools, more communities, more cleaner water. You believe every child deserves safe, plastic-free drinking water. Vote creates impact.
Woohoo! Awesome. Congratulations to these teens. And I mean, I'm going to leave it there. There's nothing better than leaving everything on a good news platform. Here we are at Erika Martin, Weather and Climate. Congratulations to these 3 awesome teens who are, wow, on their way to really bright futures and created plastic, a tamarind seed straw for all intents and purposes that gathers microplastics. So it seems like there's something. I mean, listen, these kids seem like they're pretty smart, right? So wish I knew how it really functioned, but I'll look into it some more. But it looks like it clumps it up, and then it just makes it easier to kind of like sift it out. Because I do know it was interesting. Wow, when I was in school, we did like several case studies on the water scarcity and water, I'd say, adversity of the people of India. So they deserve it. I'm happy. All right, guys, I'll be sure to slice and dice this, spice it up, edit it a little bit, and pop them right back up across my social media platforms. Thank you so much for joining me, Erika Martin, Weather and Climate. Hasta la próxima. Besitos.